Right. Today we are going to start discussing about the concept called SQL. So first of all, so what is the use of SQL and why it is important and why in every interview it is expecting? A few things about SQL first. So whoever the programmer or developer, what is the purpose of learning programming languages, technologies and frameworks? Behind one simple reason is what? Programming is to develop applications. Whoever the developer, whatever the programming language, starting from the C language, Java, Python, .NET, Android, iOS, PHP, anything, any programmer, main task is what? Is to developing the applications. Let's say a types of applications I'm taking. Suppose as a banking management system, like banking related applications, hospital management system. It's like a college management system. Simple things I'm writing. Let's say e-commerce application, reservation systems. So all these enterprise level applications, all the programmers will develop. Okay. But what is the main purpose of application? What is the main purpose of application is, let's say, if it is a banking application, it has to store their customers' information. Customers means what? Account holders information it will store. So what is that hospital management system? Hospital management system store the customers like patients. So what is that college management system? So mainly students, staff, trainers, everyone. E-commerce, let's say for example, Flipkart. It will store products information, customers information and all. For example, is a food delivery app. It will store same restaurants information, food items information, users information, orders information and all. So finally, the main motto of every application is to store the information. So that is asset, a very, very important for every application. So then how can we store the information and where they are storing the information? Right? In early days, they use the concept called file system. Permanently, they store the information into the text file, into the files. But in the text file, it is easy to maintain that text data, text data, but it is very hard to store the information like a record type information. Record type means, let's say if you are taking the banking application, right? All the account details we need to store, like account number, account holder name, balance in account, PIN number, their mobile number, PAN details, address, all these details it has to store. It is very hard to store the record type information into the text file as well as processing also. Okay. So then they introduced the concept called database management system. So what is the difference between a database management system and relational database management system also? I'll explain later. First thing is database management system. Here in this database management system, right? The question raised, please wait. Is it not working? Yeah, yes. I'm recording. Don't worry. And the next one is, and the next one is here, whenever we are storing the information, where we store the data permanently. For that, see, let's say if you want to play one video, we have, for example, video, we need a VLC player. Suppose we have a text file, text document, but to read the text document, we need Notepad. We have a PDF file, but how to read the PDF file? We need opener, Adobe Reader. We have a PPT, but for that, MS Office is there to check that PPT. Nothing but if you want to open any file, right, the corresponding software is required. In the same way, if you want to store the information permanently, right, there is a database management system. Softwares are there. Softwares are there. Software name is called database management system. A system that manages the data. System means a software, one application. How many are there? Here, the Oracle is one database management system. Most of the Java students will use this one because Java and Oracle both are from the Oracle Corporation only. Next, open source is also there from Oracle only that we are using now. It's MySQL. So Java students will learn as well as open source Python students also will learn. Next one is a SQL server. It is from the Microsoft. So that's the reason most of the .NET applications backend, not most, all. .NET backend is a SQL server. If you observe, Java students will attend Oracle class or MySQL class. Python students will attend MySQL class or SQLite class. .NET students will attend SQL Server class. But for all these applications, there is a common thing is called SQL. 99.99% exactly same. Of course, different people are sitting in the different classrooms, but they are learning the same concept only. They are learning the same concept. So that is what SQL. So now we are going to learn the concept called SQL. We are going to learn the concept called SQL. But before that, so we need to download and install any one database management system. You can download Oracle, or you can download MySQL, or you can download SQL Server. So as an open source and easy to use, we are using this one first of all. Here, so before going to do that, so what is exactly data and what is that information? What is record? All these things we are discussing. Here, we always store the data in the table format, in the form of table, because record type information we are storing. Record type information in the table format we are storing. There are two types of data. Everyone is saying that what is that raw data and what is that information. Raw data means what? Without filtering the data, whatever it is, without filter is called raw data. Let's say, for example, Google server is there. In Google server, so much data is there. Cricket information is there. Movies information is there. Everything is there inside the Google server. But what is information? Let's say in Google search, if we are giving like live cricket score, then it will filter only cricket related information. That is what we called information. Filtered data is called information. Without filtering, whatever the data is there, that is called raw data. Remember. And in the database, we always store the information in the table format. Let's say account details, I'm writing account details. Here we are storing simple things like account number, account holder name, and balance in account. Consider. So completely. So this is actually called, right? This completely, we call it as a column. We can call it as a column. And this is completely, we can call it as a row. A row is nothing but record. Row is nothing but record. Okay. In that record, just only one field. This is one field. Data field, we can call it as data field. And this is individually called what? Heading. So this is what we called heading. Totally, we can call it as a table. Row means what? Record. Like account number, account holder name, and balance in account. The complete details, right, of one row, nothing but is called one record. As a column, vertically, we can call it as a column. Heading, all the headings and field, we can say data field. So this is what we called just a table structure. Whenever we download and install the database management system, any database, let's say MySQL database software, just download and install. How to download and install also I'll show you. Download and install that MySQL software. So then what will happen? See, the database means what? It will store that information permanently. Where RAM is there, hard disk is there. Where is the permanent data? Hard disk is called permanent data. Hard disk. In your hard disk, one repository will be created. This is hard disk. Okay. In the hard disk, this one, repository will be created. Sir, what is repository? Where all the databases you can create. Sir, why different databases means? Let's say, for example, you are the student or you are in the company. Just consider you are the student. You are the college student. At the end of the college, you need to develop two projects. They have given two projects. One is a Python project. Second one is a Java project, consider. So in your laptop or just in your company, two projects are going on. One is they have given like a college management system, and this is the Java project they asked you to develop. So here you will write the Java code completely. And same one, you are developing one Python project, let's say library management system. And you are developing Python project also as a student. One is a Java project and one is a Python project. So as a Java developer, you will write the Java code here. As a Python developer, you will write the Python code here. But simply they told that for both the projects, use the backend is a MySQL only. Use the backend is MySQL only. They ask you to use because it's an open source. You can download and easily you can work with. Okay. So whenever you download and install Java project data, we need to store in MySQL only. And as well as Python project data also we are storing into the MySQL only. How can we store means what? Not in a single place. We are creating the separate databases. One is CMS, College Management System database we create. We simply call it as a DB. This is College Management System database. Second one is a Library Management System database we create. For two projects, two different databases we create. For two projects, two different databases we are creating. Is a one. So whenever you are creating two different databases, so means what? There is no conflict between the data. Java project is connecting to this CMS database. Python project is connecting to this LMS database. So suppose if you want to release this project, along with this project, you will give this dump. If you want to release this project and you will give this dump. Simple. And what database contains? Database contains tables. Let's say, for example, college management system. This is student login table. And this is admin login table. Number of tables we are creating. Number of tables we are creating is a student login table. Let's say, for example, this is admin login table. Like this, we are creating. Like this, we are creating. And the table means what? You know that collection of records. Each record is a collection of fields. So remember, first in repository, we create collection of databases. Collection of databases. In the database, simply we are storing the collection of tables. Inside the table, we can store collection of records. Inside that record, we can store collection of fields, data fields. Sorry, data fields. This is the simple way. Whenever we download and install the software, one repository will be created in the hard disk. Hard disk means where the data stores permanently. Where the data stores permanently. Got it? This is the simple one. Next one is here, what is SQL? What is SQL? SQL is a structured query language. Structured query language. So using the queries, query means what? A statement. Query. So for example, So whenever someone want to ask you something, how they will ask, what is the query? Means what? What you want to do. Query means what you want to do. Simply, let's say. So if there is a database using the structured query language, you can do all your operations, which are comes under queries. Different types of queries are there. Different types of queries. So what are the queries? We'll see one by one, one by one. First one queries are called data definition language queries. Data definition language. So what is that definition? Defining means creating the new things. How can we create the database? How can we delete the database? Delete means what? Here the word is drop. Delete the database. How can we create the table inside the database? How can we alter the table? Alteration means what? Let's say you have created one table. Suddenly you want to add one new column, or you want to remove the new column, or you want to rename the column, or you want to delete the table and all. Okay, once you created the table, let's say 3 columns are there. Sir, I want to add one more column, or I want to remove this column, or I want to rename this column. Any alterations you want to do, so that we can do with the help of alter. Okay, so these are comes under DDL. DDL queries we can call data definition language queries. Data definition language queries. Next one is DML queries. We call data manipulation language queries. Data manipulation. Let's say once table is ready, into the table we are inserting the data. Insert the record. Update the record. Updating means what? For example, in your account 5,000 balance is there. If you withdraw 2,000 rupees, then 5,000 should change it to 3,000. Right? For example, if you want to deposit some 4,000, it will change. That is what updation. Name you want to update. Location you want to update. Mobile number you want to update. PIN number you want to update. That is what we call update. Next, delete. Drop is different, delete is different. Here it is a drop table. Here is a delete table. These are called DML queries. Data manipulation language queries. Next one is to retrieve the data, like to display the data. Data retrieval language. Data retrieval. Only one query is there. Select query. Select means retrieving the data. We simply call it as DRL query. DRL query. Next, one more important thing is there. This is transaction control language. Transaction control language. What is the transactional control? We can call it as a commit, rollback, rollback and save point are there. We will discuss. But what is exactly commit and rollback? These are actually called TCL queries. TCL queries. Okay. Here, so what is that transaction control language? For example, sometimes how we do, like for example, you purchase something and you need to make the payment through QR code. so that money has to go from sender to the receiver. So buyer and seller. But whenever you are scanning, sometimes what will happen? The amount is deducted here, but the amount will not update in the receiver account. So nothing but transaction not completed successfully. So sometimes multiple queries should execute at a time. Then only we can call it as transaction done. What are the multiple queries? First of all, deduct the amount. Deduct amount from sender account. Sender account. Right? Add amount to receiver account. Yes or no? If both the transactions happen, then only we can call it as a transaction successful. If one is executed and one is not executed means what? Transaction is not successful. By that time only we use the concept called rollback. First we are checking all the queries executed successful means what? We just commit. Yes, transaction success committed. Or else it is a rollback. Save point means what? Between also. If it reaches some of the things, so there we create one save point and all. Theoretically, you will not understand. Practically, we will discuss anyway. So we are going to learn this SQL structured query language using the open source software DBMS called MySQL. So simply how to download and install the MySQL. Today you please do all. Here in the Google, just simply MySQL. I'll share the video also, download and installation video also. But I'm just showing MySQL download. MySQL download. Once you click on that, see official.com only. MySQL downloads are there. Go to that MySQL downloads. So once you go to that MySQL download, from where we need to download means observe this. Whenever we are going like this, look at this. MySQL community GPL downloads are there. Click on the MySQL community GPL downloads. Okay. Here MySQL installer for Windows is there. Once you click on MySQL installer for Windows, then it will take you to another place. Here we select the version 8.0 version. We are using current version only. Microsoft Windows operating system. See, this is the one. 355 4.3 MB is there now. You need to click on the download. Once you click on the download, it is asking login and sign up. No need to log in. No need to sign up. See, no thanks. Just start my download. Once you click on this link, the download will start. Right? As soon as it is downloaded, just double click and next, you just execute. And one important thing is what? In the middle of the installation process, it will ask the password. Okay. Username is a default for everyone. That is root. Because it will show that at the time of installation clearly. It will ask password as well as a confirm password. My request is please don't set any complex password. Waste. We are not storing any personal information and all. Simple password, either root or admin you please give. Everyone mostly use admin. Just give the password is admin and admin. Click on next, and it will be installed easily. It will be installed. Once installation is completed, How can we check means what? In the search box, you need to go for MySQL. Let's say see 8.0 command line client. Workbench is also there. This is GUI, graphical user interface. First few things we will discuss with the command line also. MySQL command line client, you just click. Then it will open the black screen and it is expecting the password. Because username is root, it is fixed. Password, if you give the wrong password, it will blink and it will close automatically. If you give the right password, then you can enter into that one. See, up to here you need to finish by the tomorrow class. Okay.